Hi, this is Sherry with UpOrDownThereBeautiful.blogspot.com. I wanted to show you what I'm putting in for the back to school blog hop that I'm participating in. My kids go to Swanee High and they are the Swanee Bulldogs. So this is what I made. I made my own kind of designer paper. I went into one of my programs and I just typed in Swanee Bulldogs in a whole bunch of different fonts and sizes to make it all different. And the Swanee Bulldogs are green, yellow, and white. So this is the first one we started with. And this is what it looked like before we covered it. These would be great for birthday party gifts, for bridal showers where you could do Mr. and Mrs. Larson, because my daughter and I are going to be putting on a bridal shower soon, so we may be thinking about this as one of our favors on the table. This is the 1.55 ounce Hershey bar, and to do this you have to cut your paper at 7 1/4 inches by 5 1/2 inches. So I made another set of the paper. It's already cut at 7 1/4 inches, and we just got to cut it down to 5 1/2 inches. So let's get this up here. Okay, at the 5 1/2 mark, and we just trim it off. I made a little extra, but that's, it's not a big deal. I can save them to do background punches or anything that I want with that. Now the first thing you do is you fold your ends over, because we are going to use a crimper on the end of it. And I'll show you here what I did on the first one so you can see what it'll look like. But we start by taping those in so they're not in our way. I'll bring this up closer and you can see how I crimped the ends of the candy bar to make it look a little more professional. And if you want, you can always trim down just a little bit. You don't have to leave as much as I did, but this is how I like it. Okay, so we start by laying our candy bar out here, and we see where we're gonna fold it over. You don't have to score it, you just kind of want to make sure you get it good and tight. So this kind of just prepares the paper for what's going to happen, and it kind of gives you an idea of where you need to put your tape. Now you take your tape gun or whatever adhesive that you feel most comfortable using, and now you do want to use something sturdy, because you don't want these, especially if they're going to be outside at a birthday party, you don't want them to become gooey, the tape to get hot from the heat. I live in Florida, you can't take anything outside right now, because then it would just come apart. But you just put the adhesive on 3 sides. Now the side that you did not put your adhesive on, you fold back down first, and then you fold your adhesive side down, and then you press your ends down. So that is the beginning of our candy bar. So it looks like this. Then you get your crimper and you click it in there. I might have to have an extra set of hands for this. Up here's my daughter with her my magic third hand just appeared. And we crimp it through that way, then we return it to the other side and crimp it through that way, and you can feel the resistance when you reach the candy bar. You don't want to, clamp into your candy bar and smush it. Now this one I just left, the first one I left plain. This one we're going to jazz up a little bit more. So you can just, you can make these as fancy or as plain as you want. Now, again, I said, the kids are the Swanee Bulldogs. So I printed out a bulldog on off my computer which is one I use for all of their projects when I do things for their school. Then I also got, I'm using the 1 3/4 scallop circle punch and the 1 3/8 circle punch from Stampin' Up. And so we're going to put a little green and yellow pizzazz on the top of this, or a little green and white, should I say, to go on top of our yellow. And here is our scallop circle. And we're going to put some adhesive on here. And put our bulldog on here and get it centered the best that you can. You know, nobody expects perfection. And you can put it anywhere you want. I think I'm going to grab another Stampin' Up! Dimensional. And I'm going to put mine just a little, I don't want to cover up all of my my paper, because you know that was the whole point of making it. So I think I'm just going to put a couple dimensionals on my bulldog here. And I think I'm going to stick him over to the side. Now remember, if you did this for a birthday party or a baby shower, you could put ribbon around this, you know, and then put, you know, a welcome baby and tie a real pretty bow. I mean, you're not limited except for your imagination. There are so many things you can do with these. Now this is the 1.55 ounce candy bar, and I'm going to put the dimensions that I cut the paper at. And I also have the 4.25 and the 6.8 ounce candy bar. I will be doing videos on those later on in the week and showing you the dimensions that you need to cut those at. And if you have any questions, if you don't want to use Hershey bars, these work the best because they're kind of flat. You know, you can use Hershey with almonds or whatever, but because they're kind of flat. But if you want to use Kit Kats or whatever your favorite candy bar is, send me an email at kneadingjesusdaily@hotmail.com, and I'll tell you how to figure out the dimensions so that you can use whatever candy bar, you know, you like best. Thanks for visiting me today, and happy crafting. Bye.